Today will be different because we're talking about two trending topics in Nigeria, and we'll start with issues that has to do with stakeholders, the fear the returns of violence in match venues. Three clubs in the Nigerian Professional League have been, the points have been deducted from the points they've gotten so far. Away from that, we'll also have a report for you on the sport baseball. After that, we will now look at the National Stadium, where we have the rehabilitation of the National Stadium Lagos, where a lot of issues have been going on in regards to 21 billion or not. But I'll be doing this alone. I have a seasoned sport journalist, someone who has so many articles on sport in Nigeria, and is an international sport journalist who has been across the globe. No other person fit to talk about this topic than seasoned sport journalist for Premium Times. That's talking about Tunde Eludini. Good morning, Tunde. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm sure you are also aware of incidents regarding sporting world. I want to start, like I said earlier, on the fact that stakeholders are fearful that there will be returns of violence in match venues in the Nigerian Professional League. Bayelsa United and other clubs have been fined, and they have 3 points deducted by the interim management committee rather. So what's your concern about this? Are we seeing the returns of the good old days, or nothing really changed at all?
Well, I don't want to call it good old days. I want to call it the path that we thought we have forgotten. Of course, violence in sports is not something that is encouraged anywhere across the world. But the only thing I think I like about what I'm seeing now is the severity of the punishment that is being meted out to these teams. Before now, we know that one of the things that encourage violence in match venues is the conspiracy for points. And so, if you engage in violent acts to get points, and such points are now deducted at the long run, I think it would, in a way, help curb that the barbaric heart. And so is disturbing that in this time and age where football is evolving and things are getting better across the world, Nigeria should not be. It's just like we have taken 4 steps forward and now we are taking 5 steps backwards. And so I think the clubs still need to do very much more in sensitizing their fans that football, 3 results is what you get in football. Is either you win, you lose, or you draw. So whatever comes to your team after a match, you should take it in good faith. But that said, we also need to talk to the match officials, because some of these cases of violence are things that are avoidable. When you see questionable calls being made in matches, some of them are even so clear as broad daylight. And so everybody has a part to play. The clubs have a part to play. The fans has a part to play, and the body responsible for organizing the league, the IMC in this case, everybody has a part to play. And I hope this can be staying in the board as fast as possible, because it doesn't give Nigeria a good name. Look at it now. We are trying to host the African Cup of Nations in 2025. And so if we have this history of fans violence, it doesn't help our case. And so I hope it can be stopped as fast as possible.
Yeah, now, how true do you think this can curb match assault or violence in match venues, whether referee assault or fans encroachment? How do you think this can really curb it? Because we know that we are thinking 3 point deduction is a very, very good one. But do you think this can really curb incident, or do you think this is addressing the root cause of the reasons why we have match violence, the deduction of 3 points and the fines being levied on them?
Yeah, I think it's a step in the right direction. And if for any reason we see that deduction of points is not getting us desired results, then we can take it a step higher. By the time a club is expelled from the league for violence, I'm sure it will send a warning signal across to other teams, and you will know that it doesn't pay you at the long run. If you are fighting to get points, if you are fighting to play in the league, and you now get expelled for actions that you could have avoided, I think that speaks volumes. So yes, it appears that we still have much work to do, but I must say kudos to the IMC. They've put their feet on the floor, and they've so far so good. There's no semblance of favoritism. Anybody, whoever it is, we've seen Remo Stars being hammered. We've seen Sunshine Stars, Bayelsa United, and the likes. They've all gotten fines, and some of them even got points deduction. So I think it's a step in the right direction. I just hope the clubs can learn, and particularly one more thing that should be done is to increase security presence in our stadiums. When you have a stadium where you have maybe over 5,000 fans coming to watch a game, and you have just 4 or 5 policemen holding they don't have all they're having is just maybe some of them don't even have any form of weapon. Yes, I know carrying weapons to the stadium is not ideal, but at least there should be enough presence that would also serve as a warning for the fans that, oh, we have security guys here. Anyone that messes up will be dealt with. So I think everybody still has a part to play. We started well. I just hope that the tempo can be maintained, if not possible, increased.
That's interesting momentum. We hope that the future we will not see. Before we take our minds off this for now on the show, some say that one of the reasons why we have all this issue is because there should be the state FA and the state-owned clubs should be separate. Some said that this will continue and people will care less whether there's a point deduction because some of these clubs are owned by state governments. That's just like Bayelsa United, apart from Remo Stars is a private-owned club. That some of these clubs will not make any difference since it's not an individual club, since it's owned by state government, and they don't really feel so much of the negative effect of deduction of point since it's owned by the government, unlike if it's owned by a private sector who has invested personal monies into this. What's your opinion on this?
Well, I don't think I agree with that. If you are a team, for example, if a team is in the Premier League and you qualify for the if you qualify for continental football, for example, it allows you to request for better budget from, yes, the government is the ones dropping the money, but a team that has been relegated will have no, if you are going to be playing in the NLL next season, you cannot be asking for the same budget while you are playing in the Premier League. If you are pushing for a place on the continent, you can. So I think either ways, yes, it might not be in the same proportion, but I don't know government wants to be seen as just wasting money.